Morning, everyone. And as I promised today, I'm going to be talking about, do you know what to do, but not actually do it? We all have our moments of this, some worse than others, where we know what we should do, especially with regards to our health, and completely do the opposite. And I've actually run across another convicting scripture verse, like last week, and that is James 4:17. And it says, "So whoever knows the right thing to do and fails to do it, for him it is a sin." So to think about today, is self-sabotage a sin? According to that verse, it sounds like it. It's more than knowledge. It's great that we know all about these things as far as health and nutrition and how to take better care of our bodies, but we must actually take action in order to actually have the benefit of that knowledge. Sometimes, of course, we need a little help in that department, and that's where I found that accountability can play a huge part, and not just somebody who you're going to be able to enroll in your excuses for why you did what you shouldn't have been doing. Somebody who will actually call you on it and go, "Why did you do that? And how can we not do that next time?" And it takes the right kind of person, to do that. Not just anybody makes a good accountability partner. And another aspect of this that can be helpful is doing some of the perception reframing that I have been talking about in the emails and on the last webinar. And a lot of it has to do with our perceptions, our thoughts about not doing something, feeling like we're depriving ourselves. The list is endless for what we can come up with for excuses to keep overeating, keep doing things that we know are ultimately going to be harmful for our bodies. And I know I've been, struggling with a few more cravings than usual lately, and it isn't easy. It isn't easy. And I want to remind you to, think about that. Most of the time, we don't think about it when we give in to a desire that, this, we pass it off as being, oh, that's just a little thing. That's not any big deal. However, those little things add up and become big deals. That is frequently how we put on another 10 pounds or more, is by repetitively doing those kind of things. So food for thought. And then I wanted to go into another foundational thing you can do to help with your eating and to start off the day right. This is one I use all the time and is incredibly simple. You can make this as complicated as you want, but you don't have to. I use a cup, canning jar. Pints kind of overkill, so I usually use that size. I personally use So Delicious unsweetened coconut milk. I like the refrigerated version because it's a little thicker. And I don't fill this 100% full. I fill it up to about there, which may be slightly less than a cup, but give or take. And let me set that over here. pretty much coconut milk and chia seeds is the main ingredients. So I'm using 2 tablespoons of organic chia seeds. This is actually 1/8 of a cup, otherwise known as 2 tablespoons. Measuring cup that I just keep with my chia seeds because I use this regularly. And I keep them in a canning jar in the fridge to keep them fresh and to not, have them exposed to plastics. And then I'm going to add a drop of, this is actually some vanilla flavored stevia, sweet leaf sweet drops. Any kind of stevia, especially if it's vanilla flavored, will work with this. You can even use the So Delicious Unsweetened vanilla version of this to make it more vanilla-y. You can also add vanilla extract to it. I'd use no more than 1/8 teaspoon because this is not very big. So I'm not going to worry about adding that in right now, but you seal it up good. On a side note, it works a little better using the regular canning jar lid than using a plastic lid. I have plastic lids that will go on these containers like I have on this one. But it has some crevices that the chia seeds tend to get into, and you have to wash it out in order to get them out of there. So I find it easier just to use this because I can get them all out with my spoon when I'm actually eating this. So do this to mix it up. You can also shake it up again in a little bit or something after it's started to set up. But usually I shake this up, doing this usually the night before so that it's all ready to go in the morning. Stick this in the fridge, and that's it. That's the most I usually do with it. You can blend it up. Helps if I grab the right utensil. All right, this is some I started last night, and just kind of cleaning up around the edge here so that the seeds get down in the liquid, and I'm going to stir it up because you'll have places that are a little thicker than others, and so it works best if you can give it a good stir. But this is basically what it looks like. Not the most appetizing looking stuff, however, is very good for you. You could also try using white chia seeds, which wouldn't look as dark. You could also try blending it up if you didn't like looking at this whole chia seeds. You can put that in a blender. Of course, that is more work. And my philosophy of life, especially in the morning, is how simple can I keep this? Because the more simple it is, the more likely I'm actually going to do it. So anyway, this is completely ready to eat, and you can even refrigerate it for maybe a couple hours and still pretty much have this effect. I like to do it up the night before, then I don't have to think about it. But I'll usually start off with a green drink like I had last week on the broadcast, and then one of the ones that I will use after that to give a little more filling around the edges is the vanilla chia seed pudding. So see you next week with another recipe, and I will be talking a little more about the perception reframing in the Thursday email. See you next time.